All right, archers. Okay, if I can have your attention, please. If I can have your attention, please. All right, today is a great opportunity for you to set an example on us potentially being able to do more things in our building like this. So, as I always say when kids are in my office and we make choices, the ball is 100% in your court. As we always do when we have visitors in our building, and we have a lot of visitors in our building right now. We are respectful. We are not talking when they're talking. As you guys all know, we should not have our phones out and our earpods in. So if you do have those out right now, or in, please put those away. And I'm going to reiterate, this is an opportunity for us to be able to have many more opportunities just like today. I was going to let this go as long as we needed to. In theory, we have until 4:10, right? In theory. Listen. But we have to be able to act like we're supposed to act, do what we're supposed to do. Again, the big thing that I want is that while we're talking up here, you guys are not. You're going to get some fun stuff today. You're going to get some very serious stuff today. But I think the talk that you're going to get today relates to every single student that we have in this auditorium right now. Okay? So again, I'm going to say one last time. You guys, Mr. Harrell was here, he'd be talking to you, but he's not here right now. So we know how to act when we have visitors in our building. Give them your utmost respect. Be responsible. Okay? When we're done, I'm sure Mrs. Noble will reiterate this. Those bags, those are yours. Take them with you. Okay? So please do not leave them in here when we go back to class or depending on what time we're done. Okay? Does everybody understand the expectation? All right, let's be good archers today, okay? Mrs. Noble?
All right. Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. It is our rally day. I'm like really pumped. I don't know about you guys. I didn't know Spider-Man was going to be here, and my kids will be super jealous. So you guys are amazing dancers. I don't know if you're all on the dance team that were up here, but you should be because that was awesome. I can't dance, so I probably shouldn't judge that. But you guys, I need your voices off. And I need you to just listen up for just a second because the speaker that has come here today to talk to you guys has a powerful message. And it's a good message and it is relatable, like Mr. Bennett said. So I need all of your attention on him when he speaks. I am a parent of 3 graduates from Northrop High School, and I know you guys here at this school are better than that. You guys can be better than that. You're more respectful, and I know that. And that says a lot as a parent of Northrop graduates. I know you guys can shine. So I'm going to ask you again, voices off. Let's be quiet and be respectful. And let's think about our future for just a minute. If you are a junior, raise your hand. All right, guys. There's a lot of juniors. So do you know how many actual days of school you have left? It's like 350 actual school days left. That doesn't include weekends. There's 180 days in the school year. So if you're a junior, now is the time to think about your future. Now is the time to get serious. It's not too late, but we gotta get serious. Quiet, please. This is gonna go a lot faster if you're quiet. So my job as a Gear Up advisor is to make sure that you guys know what's out there, that you have every tool available to you to be successful. If that means you're gonna have a job the first day after high school, that first day after graduation, if that means you're gonna work, if that means you're going to college, whatever that means, I'm here to help you find that. That is my job. So if you haven't met me yet, come see me in my office across from guidance. We'll have a conversation. So I just want you guys, as sophomores, I told you that the juniors had 300 and some days. You guys are about 505 days of actual school days left of school. That doesn't include weekends, but I did the math last night. I crunched some numbers. And I want you guys to all start thinking about, do I need to take an extra class? Do I need to make up a class that I didn't do well as a 9th grader? What can I do? Talk to your guidance counselors, because that's important. So the day that you graduate, that very next day, we want you to be productive citizens. That's what that means. That doesn't mean all of you will go to college. I get it. Some of you are like, no, well, I'm not college material. That's fine. We can have conversations about what to do. But we have opportunities for you. And as Gear Up students, you guys have a lot of opportunities. And I want you guys to, all of you, to grasp each and every one of them. So now I'm going to introduce my buddy Chu, because I've met him a few times now, so I'm going to call him my buddy. And he's going to give his message to you all. So please be respectful, because I don't want him to have to stop talking.
What's up? Nah. I gotta do a sound check. I need to make sure you can hear me, and I can hear you. Clap once if you hear me. Someone in the back just woke up like, what's going on? I need a little harmony, y'all. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Clap 3 times if you're ugly. I gotta make sure you're listening. Clap once if you hear me. Show some love to my DJ Smith. Show some love to our Spider-Man, the dancer. Show some love to the individuals that came on stage to try and dance. Yo, for real? Y'all crazy, for real? Some people just threw their bodies out there. That nigga's not telling Clap once if you hear me. My name is Carlos Alberto Jr. But you ain't gotta worry about that. You can call me Chu, because that's what my friends and family call me. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, right across the river from New York City. I could see the New York City skyline from my crib, but growing up, you couldn't tell me that. Because I thought I lived in Puerto Rico. Everybody in my neighborhood was Puerto Rican. They look like me, they dress like me, and don't get it twisted, y'all. I ran them streets, y'all. Look, black chucks, black socks, I was gangster. You couldn't tell me nothing. Everybody in my neighborhood looked like me, just like me, talked like me, ate the same food I did, danced the same music. I never, ever saw white people. Except on TV and in the mall. And when we saw them in the mall, we were like, look, white people. Well, you won, yo, for real? Because when you grow up, you only learn what your environment shows you. You only learn what your neighborhood teaches you. You only inherit the values that people pass on to you. And sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're not. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. When I was 10 years old, my life changed forever. And you think that it's light words, right? You think people just say that. But I'm gonna tell you, my life changed irreparably, completely when I was 10 years old. Because when I was 10 years old, my mama told me to ride my bike from the house to the corner. And I had to listen to my mother because my mom was this mean little Puerto Rican woman. You know the type of Puerto Rican woman that if you don't do what she tells you to do, she kills you. Don't laugh. chancla. She was gangster. Now wait, for those who don't know what a chancla is, it is a slipper. It is a slipper with GPS, y'all. Because my mama would throw that, and it did not matter how far you ran. That thing got you. Yo, this one time, I was running top speed, hit the corner to the other room, thought I got away. I still have a mark in the back of my head. My mama did not play. So when she said, go to the corner, what do you think I went? To the corner. When I rode my bike to the corner, there was a drug deal going down. I don't know what you know about Newark, New Jersey, but we're one of the deadliest cities in America. Carjacking capital of the world. Drug dealers on the corner, that's normal. But what happened that day? It was different, y'all. One dude got angry with the other, pushing and shoving, pulled up the clock. Fuck! Shot my man in the head. I was 10 years old the first time I witnessed my first murder. Yo, all my friends, they broke out running. Me? I didn't even ride my bike back to the house. I just dragged it with me when I was running. Yo, I walked in the house, I was shook. I was like, and my mama came in and she looked at me and she's like, you look guilty. What you do? And then she heard sirens. She's like, that better not be for you. Because if those sirens are for you, there's going to be another siren taking you to the hospital. But she realized, because your mama always knows, she looked at me and she knew I was scared. Look, I don't care how many video games you play, when you see that stuff for real, it changes you. The cops came to the neighborhood, started asking questions, going from house to house. Did anybody see anything or know anything? And as they got closer and closer to my house, my dad came out. Now my father is the opposite of my mother. My father is this tall, diesel, evil-looking, dark-skinned Puerto Rican man, so ugly he deserved to be on American Money. And he came up to me and he's like, hey, you didn't see nothing. And I looked up at him and was like, okay. And then my mama came out. And she started yelling at my dad, which was always funny because my mama's so small and my dad's so tall. It always looked like she was yelling at God, like, you need to stop. But this time was different, y'all. This time she was crying. She looked at my father, she's like, I love you, yo te adoro, but I can't raise my kid to this craziness. You see what he just saw? There was blood on his bike. We got a little baby girl up there, I'm leaving, and I'm taking the kid with me, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. So I took a step back, because I saw my dad was going to pick up my mom, like, mira mujer. You need to chill. But instead, my dad did something completely unexpected. He looked at me, and he looked at my mom, and he said, wherever you and our children go, I go. And I was like, oh. My dad loved me, yo. So, yo, they packed me up. Everything I knew and loved. Took me from the only place I called home. Moved me from New York City to New York City skyline. Took me from everything I knew. And they moved me all the way to a place called Reading, Pennsylvania. There were horses and buggies in Reading, Pennsylvania. It was like Amish mafia out there. And on top of that, I was pretty sure that the people in Reading, Pennsylvania were dumb. Why? Because they spell Reading R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that spell? They stupid. For real, y'all, I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? And on top of that, when my mama took me to school, they took one look at the way my mother was dressed. They took one listen to her heavy, thick accent because she came from Puerto Rico very lady-like. And she didn't speak English that well. And they knew exactly where to put me. They put me in bilingual. Now, bilingual back in the day isn't the way bilingual is now. Bilingual back in the day, they took anybody that didn't speak the language and they put them in a room together. So it was me, a kid from Korea, a kid from Germany, and a Jamaican kid. Yo, do you want to know why I laugh? Because Jamaicans, they speak English. All he had was an accent. I was like, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, I don't know, Mom. They just put me here. And on top of that, when you put a group of people that don't speak English in a room together, guess what? We don't learn English. We learn how to curse each other out in each other's language. All the time. So after a while, I started getting bored. Started looking at the regular classes. And I made an awesome groundbreaking discovery. There were really hot girls in the regular classes. And all I had were these three freaky dudes, right? So I raised my hand and said, yo, senora, miss, can I go with the girls? And the lady, she came up to me, she's like, you can't go with them. You aren't from around here. I didn't know what the heck this was all about. I didn't know if she was a diva or what. But obviously there was a miscommunication. So I went home and I told my father. My dad is what you call a New Yorker. He came from Puerto Rico, but he grew up in the boogie down Bronx, New York City. He was straight street. So I went to him, I said, Bob. He's like, yo, what's up? I said, yo, man, they put me in my label. My dad's like, yo, for real? I was like, yo, for real, for real. He's like, yo, for real, for real, for real. I was like, yo, for real? And my dad's like, yo, we're gonna go to school tomorrow, we're gonna fix this. I said, but Dad, why you coming to school? I ain't in trouble. He's like, nah, you ain't in trouble. Teachers are. I was like, word? Say less, yo. Yo, we walked into school, I was hyped. I walked into school like this. Started looking at the teachers like, y'all gonna get it? My dad gonna punch you. He gonna punch you. You getting punched twice. My father walked up and he looked at him and said, excuse me. Why is my son in bilingual? They couldn't give him an answer. They just put me there. Ain't nobody asked me if I could speak the language. Ain't nobody asked me if I could do the work. Ain't nobody asked me if I'd hold the dream. That was irrelevant. They just labeled me. They said, this is who you are, this is what you're gonna be. Try to put me in a little box. Tell me that's the extent that I can grow. But me, just like each and every one of you, I'm a wildflower. I ain't meant to live in no box. I'm meant to be free. To grow as far as I want to, reach as high as I need to. But check it. From the moment you're born until you die, someone's always gonna try and label you. Short, tall, fat, skinny, pretty, ugly, get your trouble, gay, straight, confused, red, white, blue, black, brown. It's up to you to decide. Whether you live up to the labels that people try to put on you, or you rip those labels off, tear those labels off, and throw those labels away. Don't ever, ever, ever let anyone tell you who you are or who you will become. That is your destiny to fulfill, and nobody else. Don't let them define you. You define you. Period. End of statement. No conversation. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Clap 3 times if you look good. Clap once if you hear me. Shh. Y'all were like, I'm not gonna be ugly. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all didn't know whether to clap or not. You're like, is this fool trying to trick me again? How am I doing? Gave me 5 minutes. How'd I do? Should I continue? For those that said no, too bad. I'm gonna keep going anyway. Hey, you can either win with me or you watch me win. That's the end. Right? DJ Khaled, baby. Here we go. Clap once if you hear me. We now return to your regularly scheduled program. Yo, my dad rolled up on them teachers and said, look, if they're a test you can give my son, because I know he don't belong when you got him. They were shook. They were scared. They gave me the test. You know what? I aced it. I spoke English and Spanish, wrote English and Spanish, read English and Spanish, and I dream in English and Spanish. I even speak French now. Je parle le français très bien. J'ai étudié le français pour 6 ans. Voulez-vous coucher à leur chambre? And they apologized to my dad, told him they're going to put me in regular classes. Check it, the damage was done. In my eyes, school didn't like me. If school don't like me, then I don't like school. School don't believe in me, then why should I believe in school? By the time I was in 10th grade, I was getting in trouble all the time. And instead of listening to the teachers that were trying to look me out, I was looking to the teachers that hated me. Because they're the ones that I heard the most, because we never embraced grade, we always embraced hate. Like my 10th grade geometry teacher who called me the greatest piece of garbage he'd ever seen in his life. And that was my favorite class. I was told that I would never amount to anything. I had a teacher tell me that I would either die or drop out. But I would never hold a diploma in his hand. And I believed him until 12th grade. And in 12th grade, everything changed. This one day in 12th grade, this really hot girl walked by. And I watched her. And yo, I had a crush on her. I had written poetry about this girl, like she was everything. And she went, you know where she went? She went to the guidance office. Now check it. I ain't never been to the guidance office, but that day, I went looking for some guidance, y'all. And I walked in, and there was this crazy Puerto Rican lady just standing at the door, and she almost didn't let me come in, but she let me through. And I walked in, and I saw her, and I was ready. I had my game ready. I knew exactly what I was going to say. I practiced it in the mirror. I was ready. I was like, I got this. I rolled up on her. I was like, and then I hit her like this. Mama, you look good. Mama, you look fly. Mama, if I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd make sure that you and I would be together forever. Yo, it didn't work. She started walking away. I was like, wait, Mama, please, listen. Give me one chance. Listen, shh. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 1, I'm a 0, together we make a perfect 10. Yo, that didn't work either, dude. She started walking away. I was like, Mama, please, wait. Mama, listen. Your dad must have been a thief, because he stole all the stars in the skies, and he put them in your beautiful eyes. Look, my man's like, I gotta write that down. That's poetry, baby. So yo, that girl, she gave me the number. I was so happy on the inside, I was like, oh my God. On the outside, I was like, yeah. And I started walking out. And I was going to try and leave the guidance office. When that crazy Puerto Rican lady, she just jumped right in front of me and said, you're going to go to college. And I very respectfully, very politely responded to her. Are you on crack? Do you even know who I am? I ain't the kind of person that goes to school. You must have me mistaken with someone else. She's like, don't worry about that. You're going to go to college. I said, yo, miss, I don't know what you're smoking, but that's some strong stuff, girl. It's time for lunch, so peace out. And I went to the lunchroom. I'm kicking it with my friends. At the lunch table, when all of a sudden, I got this pain in my stomach. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. So, shall we continue? All right. So I was chilling, and all of a sudden my stomach started feeling weird. And all of a sudden I got that pain in my stomach. You know the pain you get when something bad's about to happen? Kind of like women's intuition or Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And all of a sudden, someone tapped me on my shoulder, about to look to the face of all my friends sitting across the lunch table from me. I knew that something horrifically, horrendously horrible was about to happen. The crack lady had found me. And y'all, this lady grabbed me, took me back to the guidance office and started talking. But I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like, yo, miss, I don't know what the crack has done to your mouth, but I don't understand you. So it's time to go home for peace to you and your crack pipe. I'm out. But yo, when I came home, my mom was on the phone. Who do you think she was talking to? Tripping, yo. She called my house. She was stalking me, yo. I was like, I gotta call the cop. What's the number for 911? Now this lady, she was crazy, but she was beautiful. Beautiful on the inside. She was the first teacher to ever treat me like a human being, the first teacher to ever show me true love. And she was like, look, whatever you need, I got this. She was the first teacher to say that I wasn't garbage. And then she invited me to come visit her school. Free day out of school. All I can eat lunch buffet. And I get to be completely alone with her. You know what I'm doing on that bus? We drove 4 hours to the middle of nowhere. We took a tour of the campus and it was beautiful. And the lady, we were in a presentation and the lady came up to me, she's like, yo, you want to come to school here? I go, definitely. And she's like, well, you need to take the SATs. If you don't like the SATs, boo. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I wish I could tell you I was boo, but I didn't even know what they were. And the lady just came up to me, she's like, can you take the SAT? Now what I didn't know then, and I know now, is this. I'm deaf. I only have 5% of my hearing. I have to wear 4 hearing aids. 1, 2, 3, 4. That are connected to each other. And they're connected to my phone. So that I can hear. Without them, I can't hear a thing. Which is great when your wife is yelling at you. You're like, sorry baby, I got technical difficulties, you're gonna have to come back. But it's not cool when I'm your age. And everybody wants to label me a problem. Behavior problem, attitude problem, this problem, that problem. Every problem they can come up with except for the one that I have. A hearing problem. I went undiagnosed until I was 23. And at 23, they told me I only have 40% of my hearing left. That meant that half of my life went unheard. Half of my life went unresponded to. After I loved you, my mom said to me, I never even heard. How does someone get to 23 without anyone realizing? They labeled me. They labeled me shy. Does any part of me even remotely look shy to you? No. But this is the way it goes down. I stopped raising my hand in class. Because every time I made the teacher repeat herself over and over and over again, it made me feel stupid. So I stopped raising my hand in class. But you can't do that. Because your voice is your power. If you need something in class, raise your hands, ask the question. You don't understand something, raise your hands, ask the question. You need help, raise your hand, ask the question. You see people being treated in ways that you would never wish you or your family to be treated. You question it, because your voice is your power. With that voice, you can ask questions. Questions give you answers. Answers give you knowledge, and knowledge shows people. Knowledge gives you power. Knowledge gives you what? I can't hear you. Knowledge gives you what? So I went to the lady, and she's like, you need to take the SATs. I ain't even hear the T. All I heard was essay. It's like, I ain't writing no essay. And she's like, you really are dumb, but we're gonna fix you. She made me take the test. And when I took it, I thought I failed. I didn't understand half the words on that test. And when I got the test results, I didn't even want to open it. I put it away. And the next day, the lady called my house talking to my mom. And I could hear my mom talking crazy Spanish downstairs. She's like, and then she comes to the door, to the stairs, and she starts calling my name, Carlos. But I'm like, she could be talking about my dad, right? I'm a junior, so it's all good. Then she called me by my nickname. No parent should ever call a child this unless they really, really hate them. She called me, Choo Choo. Do I look like a train? Do I got smoke coming out my butt? And that lady, my mom called Choo Choo, and then she called me Chuchito, and she came running up the steps, kicked down the door, boom, starts kissing and hugging on me. Oh my God, baby. And I'm thinking, my dad's coming upstairs to kill me, and my mom's here to say goodbye. And she goes, baby, go downstairs, pick up the phone. So I walk down the stairs, slowly, making sure my dad's not waiting to kill me. Because in order to whoop me, he had to catch me. And I have been watching the Animal Planet. And I learned that the gazelle that gets away from the lion is the one that throws another gazelle in the way. So when my dad would chase me, I would throw a table, a chair, my little sister. I always had two sisters, so I always had a spare, right? But my dad wasn't there. My dad was working. Every memory I have of my father is him working. I don't know about your family, but my father worked and my mother worked every day of their lives. 13, 14-hour days sometimes. My dad would work overtime, double time, triple time, all the time until there was no more time. 16 years ago, my father passed away at work, died at work, working for our family, sacrificing everything para la familia. My father was brave. My father sacrificed everything. Do your parents work hard for you? Yeah. No nonsense. Do your family work hard for you? Do your people work hard? Do you show them the affection? Do you thank them for what they do? Because I will tell you that Monday was my father's birthday. And this entire week has been difficult. I miss him more than I can ever tell you. And there isn't a moment that I don't wish that I could go back and thank him for everything he did for me. Thank him for every time he tried to keep me out of trouble. Look, most of my friends are either dead in jail. One of my friends is on death row for double murder, killed 2 people and burned their bodies. That's where I come from. And my father kept me from that life at the expense of his life. So that day, I had to pick up the phone. And when I did, it was the crazy lady. She told me to open up the letter, and I did. I was told that I was the greatest piece of garbage that some of my teachers had ever seen, that I would never amount to anything, that I would either die or drop out, but I would never, ever, ever hold a diploma in this hand. But the first time I took the SATs, when they were based out of 1600, I scored an 1100 out of 1600. That meant that I could go to any school. That meant that I could get a scholarship. And on graduation night, I was wearing a cap and gown. And when they called my name, Carlos Ojeda Jr., I got up on that stage like I owned the place. And as I got closer and closer to the podium, where they were giving out that diploma, I started thinking about that teacher. The one that told me that I was trash. The one that told me that I would either die or drop out, but I would never, ever, ever hold a diploma in this hand. And you know what? She was absolutely right. Because I'm left-handed and I grabbed it with this hand. And when I grabbed that diploma, my family was screaming my name. And as I walked off, I went looking for them. Looking through the crowd, trying to find my family. And I couldn't find them because there were so many people. And as I kept walking through the crowd party, I saw something I ain't never seen before in my life. My dad was crying. And before I could say anything, he gripped me up, almost violently, like that fool didn't know how to hug somebody. And my mom took a picture of it. She said this was the moment that changed our family forever. My dad grabbed the back of my head and put our foreheads together so our eyes would meet. And he looked me dead in the eye. And he said, "Tú eres mi hijo, you're my son. El hijo de Carlos Ojeda, the son of Carlos Ojeda. You can be whatever you want to be, go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do as long as you choose to. No dejes. Don't let them put you in a corner. No dejes. Don't let them take your voice. Tu voz es tu poder. Your voice is your power." And then he said one word to me. Vete. Go. So I took that scholarship. I became the first person in my family's history to go to college. Went to Bloomsburg University. Got a business management degree with a focus in human resources, a minor in marketing, and a minor in law. Became the first person in my family's history to graduate from college. My first job after college paid me more per hour than my mother and father ever got paid in their lives. I bought our first house. We made it a home. I realized in order to rise up, I had to rise up. I went back to school. I got my master's by the time I was 23. By the time I was 25, I was the youngest and only Latino professor in the history of my university. I started my first business. I started my first business when I was 25 years old, my second business at 27, my third business at 30. Then I started Cool Speak, my current business. We are a multi-million-dollar company. We work all across the country working to inspire parents, students, and children. And it ain't about what I make, it's about what I give. Before the pandemic, my company gave back $1.3 million to the community that need them most, because my voice is my power. And I did it all while marrying the most beautiful Puerto Rican woman you've ever seen in your life. So hot, we walk into a room, people look at her and look at me and go, okay, how did that happen? Here she is. Ladies, I want to talk to you and you only right now.
Not in your way, all right?
If you are in a relationship with someone that does not support you, someone that doesn't want you to win, someone that doesn't want you to rise, because they might be scared of where you go. If you ain't got somebody supporting you, get somebody else. When I met my wife, she was working. She didn't go to college because her father didn't support her. I couldn't do that. No matter how beautiful she was, I wanted an educated woman. I wanted to change my family. So I asked her at 25 what she wanted to be when she grew up. She thought I was crazy. I said, baby, for real, what do you want to be when you grow up? She said, I want to be a doctor. So I told her the same thing my dad told me. Vete, go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dr. Sandra de Jesus. The first medical doctor in her family's career and history. That's it. There is no doctor, but she ain't gonna be the last. Her niece is about to get her PhD to become a doctor. My daughter already thinks she's gonna be a doctor. And by the way, we've been married for 20 years. And we raised them. But why am I showing you a picture of my family? Because that completes the circle. My eldest son just graduated. He graduated from high school, he got accepted to 7 universities, and he started college about 4 weeks ago. I only wish my father was around to see it. Because it completes the loop, yo. My entire family lived in poverty. We lived in drama. We lived in death. That ain't the way that my family's gonna be no more. Because of me. Because of my father and what he did for me. And because of that crazy Puerto Rican lady who cared enough for me to help change my life. Look, I'm talking to the people that are listening. I don't care about the ones that aren't. I'll talk to you later. I hope you hear me. But there are people in this school that want you to succeed. The Gear Up program is a federally funded college readiness program. You want to go to college? You want to change your life? You want to give back to the people that are working for you? You work with them. They will get you there. I work with them all across the country, and that's the one thing they do right. They get you to college. But you gotta want it. You gotta be willing to do it. You gotta be willing to make that sacrifice, to do everything that you gotta do for the people that you love. Because if you say that you love your parents, but you come to school and you're wasting your time, then you lying to yourself. If you say you love your parents and you want to help out, but you're doing dirt in the street, then you don't love yourself or them. This is your time, your moment. This is your voice, and you need to let it be heard. So if you can, go home today. Look at your mother and your father, or whoever is there for you, and tell them you love them. Tell them because you never know what tomorrow holds. And if you have teachers in this school that love you and care for you and are looking out for you, tell them. In fact, I know for a fact that we got some good teachers up in this school because a lot of you were telling me about it already. In fact, we had students record testimonials about the teachers that have impacted them. And I want to take a moment to share what they think. Take a look.
Mr. Baker, it is such a privilege and such an honor to be your colleague. And we want to thank you for everything you do to make Southside such an amazing place. One of the things that I just have always admired about you is how you make people think. And it's not just the students in your class, it's all of us. And thank you for all you do to help students think about their futures and what they want to do with their lives. You are truly the best of the best, and we are very grateful for you.
Hello there, Ms. Leonard. You have been a huge help to me if I stay here at Southside High School. As you know, my name's Enoch Cruz. I came from a faraway place. I actually came from California. This whole time, I felt lonely. Well, you could say I felt lonely. I felt lost since I had no one. But Miss Leonard actually came in and helped me. The whole time, she was really supportive. She acknowledged that I was smart and a leader, and she helped me by throwing me into different programs, even though I didn't want to per se, but it really helped me. Miss Leonard, you have been an amazing counselor, and I want to thank you for helping me and my fellow peers for everything you have done.
Hi, Ms. Leonard. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and my friends and my peers and everybody that you help. And you've made me look at college a different way and that I can actually achieve my goals. And you've given me so many tools to get to what I want to do, and you've encouraged me so much. Thank you, Ms. Leonard. Southside wouldn't be Southside without your help.
Mr. Baker, Ms. Leonard, if you are in this room, could you please come down?
We're trying to get Mr. Baker down here. He's doing what he loves to do, is teach kids.
Try not to cry, don't look at it, look over there. So I do this a lot for educators, because if it wasn't for that crazy Puerto Rican lady, I would not exist, I would not be here, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. So I wish I could go back and thank her when I was a kid and thank her for what she did for me. Well, I came to the school and I asked a bunch of students. That was just a short video. I got longer videos that I will send to you so you can see them. But a lot of students told us that you were that person that looks out for them and cares for them, and even when they drive you crazy. So on behalf of the students here that have supported you and wanted you to recognize, and on behalf of me and individuals like you that make people like me a reality, I would like to give you a $500 gift card as a token of appreciation for everything.
I don't know what to say. You guys all know that I love you back. That when I look at you, I see your potential. And I want to do everything that I can to support you so that you guys can live your dreams. So you guys go make me proud. Okay?
All right, listen up, everybody. We all love Mrs. Leonard, but guess what? We also got the man of the hour. This is Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker, give it up, everybody, for Mr. Baker.
All right. Mr. Baker, you missed something. I'm not going to run it again, but we just ran a video of students. You probably don't know who I am. I'm a speaker. I've been hanging out with them today. Am I good? Before I came here, I asked students to tell me an educator or a counselor that really impacted them and has helped them. Because if it wasn't for a counselor, I wouldn't be who I am. And your name kept coming up. And so a group of students recorded a testimonial for you. I will give you the video so you can watch it. And so, on behalf of all the kids that said that you were the man, and on behalf of everyone in my family that thinks people like you to create me, I would like to give you a $500 gift card as a small token of appreciation for everything you do. You want to say anything?
The one thing I would say that you guys have to realize that you have an impact upon us. And so when you come in and say hi, when we goof around, whatever it is, that becomes part of who I am too. And this is either year 30 or 31 of teaching. And so there's been a lot of stuff over the years. I've always found, and I have not always been at Southside, but I have come to realize that the kids that I experience here, you are extremely honest, extremely straightforward. You deal with a lot of stuff, and you're resilient. You keep on moving forward. That's the biggest thing you have to be is you have to persevere. You have to, you're gonna hit hard times. Push through them, they make you who you are. Okay? And if you ever need to talk to somebody, find that person and talk to them. I saw Miss Leonard down here earlier. Good person to talk to. She helps a lot of people, but those situations become part of who she is. Okay? So history's awesome, you know that is better than any other subject, right? But at the same time, we're in this for you guys. So that's something you have to remember and take with you.
Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Feel good? Some of you don't. But again, haters don't hate. But most of y'all feel good, right? Because y'all, doing something good for other people, being powerful, doesn't have to be grand gestures. It could just be you being friendly, being nice. Like when these people came up on the stage to dance today, let's be honest, some of them were crazy. But you know what? Anybody that's brave enough to get up on stage and get down, I show nothing but love. Because if you're going to sit in the chair and make fun of them when you are not willing to take the risk, then you miss the whole point of things. You want to be successful, you got to take a risk. You want to be great at anything, you've got to be able to risk it all and use your voice, because your voice is your power. Because with that voice you can ask questions, questions give you answers, answers give you knowledge, and knowledge gives you what? I can't hear you, knowledge gives you what? I want the rest of the school to hear you, knowledge gives you what? That's the voice of your future. Let it be heard, y'all. Let everybody hear it. One love. Thank you.
Everybody, you got more?
Two things I gotta do.
Hey, you take as much time as you want.
All right. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. We have been taking pictures and videos of this whole time. The videos of the teachers and everything. We're going to be putting it on social media. So if you want to hit us up on social media, TikTok and Instagram, by all means, you can follow us, you can pull out the phone, but listen, I'm going to give you one more chance to possibly win some money. I'm giving away, you want to know? I'm giving away a $50 gift card. All I need from you is your feedback. I'm asking you to either scan the QR code or go to that URL and answer 5 questions about my presentation. Sign up for our newsletter, you will get resources and books and everything you need. And I will randomly select one person and send them a gift card via email. So all you gotta do is answer 5 questions. If you want to connect with us on social media and see the videos and the pictures from today, by all means follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And remember, your voice is your power. One love, y'all. DJ, hit me with the music.
Everybody, let me talk to you real quick. Let me talk to you guys real quick. Listen up. I will tell you right now, one of the things that I wanted so bad for our student body, even though it's only half of it, is for someone to come in and speak to you like he just did today. I was trying to figure out different ways, like, because you guys know I listen to Eric Thomas, the hip-hop preacher. He's a guy I listen to all the time. He has the same message as what he just gave you guys today. As he said, if you want something bad enough, you can achieve it. You can do it. I was happy. If he would have talked until 4 o'clock, I was all for that. Because that's a message that you guys need to get. Some of you don't see this side of me because I'm Mr. Clean and I'm always in there following the rules. I'm telling you guys to take your hoods off and get your glass. But this is something that you guys need. You're always going to have people that act a fool in this stuff. But the majority of you, this is exactly why I want to be at Southside High School. For you guys. This is why I am proud to be an Archer. This is why. So I will tell you, my message to Mr. Harrell when he gets back, because he's at a conference, my message to Mr. Harrell is whenever we get opportunities to do stuff like this, I'm going to be all for it. Because you guys did an amazing job today. Thank you. Thank you.
I almost forgot. If you open up that bag that Garrett gave you, you'll find a copy of my book. Each and every one of you got a copy of my book. If you sign up for the evaluation, you'll get all of my books electronically. So if you want me to sign it, bring it up. You want to take a picture, let me know that you all have a copy of my book. And if you look on the back, you see me sitting there chilling. Yeah, that's me. I forgot to tell y'all that. My bad.
All right, so as we said earlier, make sure you take everything with you. We are going to be heading back to 6th period as we dismiss. I think our DJ will be helping us out.